morning, everyone. My name is Katie Drumm, and I'm an organizer with the Massachusetts Public Interest Research Group. MassPIRG is a statewide, nonprofit, nonpartisan public interest organization. And joining me here today at the YMCA in Springfield is Magna Rodriguez. She's the coordinator of Safe Kids in Western Massachusetts. And we'll both be speaking, and then we will take your questions at the end. So today we are here to release MassPIRG's 24th Annual Toy Safety Report, Trouble in Toyland. This report has led to at least 130 recalls and other actions to get dangerous toys off the shelves. We'd like to cover three things today: the progress that we've seen this year in addressing toy hazards, what kind of toy hazards are on the market, and the new mobile site set up by PIRG is launching today to protect America's littlest consumers. So in 2008, Congress responded to an unprecedented wave of toy recalls by passing a law to revamp the Consumer Product Safety Commission so it can better protect America's children from unsafe toys. In addition to expanding the agency's budget and staff, the Consumer Product Safety Improvement Act gave the CPSC more tools and to speed recalls of dangerous toys. It banned toxic lead and phthalates from our children's toys and established mandatory testing of toys and other children's products. But there's no magic wand to fix the CPSC, and making products safer won't happen overnight. Restoring consumer confidence in the products we buy will take continued hard work on the part of the CPSC and responsible retailers and manufacturers. For example, because the law's pre-market testing and certification requirement just went into effect in September for toys manufactured after that date, many toys on shelves this season may not have been tested. This fall, MassPIRG's researchers still found hazards on toy shelves. Consumers shopping for children should watch out for choking and toxic hazards in stores. To help them do that, we're launching a new mobile site so you can keep toy safety at your fingertips. The website is www.toysafety.mobi. Consumers can also use this mobile site to tell us about toys that they think may be unsafe. So I want to demonstrate today 4 hazards that PIRG researchers found in stores in the past month. First, choking hazards, then lead in toys, then toxic chemicals in plastics called phthalates, and finally, noise hazards. So we all know that toddlers put everything in their mouths. In the past 2 years, at least 13 children have choked to death on balloons, toys, balls, or parts of toys. So far in 2009, the CPSC has recalled more than 5.3 million toys and other children's products from shelves because of choking hazards. The CPSC prohibits the sale of toys for children under 3 if the toy or any part of the toy fits into a small parts choke test cylinder that looks like this. The law also requires a prominent explicit warning for toys for kids between 3 and 6 if they contain small parts. Because children have choked on toys that have passed the choke tube test, PIRG continues to urge the CPSC to make the test cylinder bigger. To see if a toy poses a choking hazard, parents should use a bigger test cylinder that they have in their homes, an empty toilet paper roll. If a toy fits into the empty toilet paper roll, then it is unsafe for children under 3. Now I want to talk about lead in children's toys and jewelry. We're all familiar with the dangers of lead. Lead has been banned from paints since 1977 and from gasoline for nearly as long. Lead is a powerful neurotoxin that causes chronic problems. It causes lower IQ and behavioral problems. In August, tough new safety limits for lead in paint and in children's products came into effect. So far in 2009, the CPSC has recalled 1.3 million toys or other children's products for violation of the lead paint standards. MassPIRG researchers visited national retailers and found 3 toys or pieces of jewelry that contain high levels of lead. So here's an example of one. This is a cell phone charm that was found in Claire's, and it was tested and commissioned at an EPA certified lab, and it had 71% lead by weight. Now I'd like to talk about a toxic chemical called phthalates in toys. These chemicals are used to make plastic softer, and they've been connected to adverse reproductive and developmental health effects. Children are most vulnerable to these effects. 6 types of phthalates were regulated by the 2008 Product Safety Law. Children's products containing more than 1.1% phthalates are banned. Our laboratory tests showed that some children's products we found contain this toxic chemical. For example, this child's purse, a very similar one made by the same company, contained an estimated concentration of 54,000 parts per million, or 5.4% phthalates. Last, I'd like to talk about noise hazards. Almost 15% of children between the age of 6 and 17 show signs of hearing loss. In March of 2007, the American Society for Testing and Materials adopted a voluntary standard for toys, setting the loudness threshold for most toys at 85 decibels, and for toys intended for use close to the ear at 65 decibels. The Product Safety Improvement Act made most of these standards mandatory. We found toys like this bright lights phone on store shelves that may not meet these standards. In fact, this toy cell phone will obviously be held close to the ear, and it exceeds 85 decibels when measured at close range. Congress gave CPSC the new tools it needs to protect America's children, and we hope that they will continue to vigorously use these tools. And it's up to Congress to give CPSC the funding that it will need to fulfill its new responsibilities. Congress should also continue to take action on the many other toxic chemicals that endanger our children's health by overhauling U.S. toxics policy. For parents and consumers about to embark on their holiday shopping season, we offer the following advice. Remember that MassPIRG's report only includes a sampling of potentially hazardous toys. Always examine toys carefully for potential dangers before you make a purchase. You can keep toy safety at your fingertips by using our mobile site, toysafety.mobi, and consumers can also use the site to report toys that they think may be unsafe. Consumers should also report unsafe toys or toy-related injuries to the CPSC at cpsc.gov. We wish